And welcome to Noob Practice once again. Right, today, first, I've never played on this map. Never played. So, haven't got a clue where to go, what's best, or anything. Right, Axis. I've only played with these guys once before. I don't play with them enough. Fallschirmjager, third Fallschirmjager. Seemingly some of the best infantry in the game. We are up against the Brits, 15th Infantry, Scottish Regiment, or Division. You can tell I'm Scottish, so. Right, so we're going to have Daimler cars and things to deal with. Um, so, like I said, never played on here before. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Lots of little, forested areas to be in. On the left here, you've only got this one road to really come up to get into everything. So everything's kind of coming up the one. It's a bit of a trek, mind you. They're about the same. Right, they've got a bit of a push coming down here. 6 pounder. Good thing about 6 pounders, or the bad thing, is they don't have any HE. So only any good for hitting armour, nothing else. Whereas my wee LGs can do both. Oh, they're just being a bit slow moving across country there. So we've got into the flag here. It's the only flag. No point pushing away up here. Um, Trying to get into the back of the forest here, and here come their 25 pounders already, right at the beginning. So try to get my LG into here as well. So these are quite good guns actually, for how much they cost. They're not pack 40s by any means, but they're still pretty good. I brought a Stug. I've only got the one Stug, so they've already got Churchills, three Churchills, 5 Churchills coming in. I've got a Stug as usual, way behind them. But my Stugs here are going to try and hold this road. I'm trying to move my LG up over here to try and get some side shots in from here, and they're bringing all of this armour down here. Here's my LG now, taking out their 6 pounder already, now just slowing down their infantry. I've got 2 mortars, I brought them in early, so they'd also been hitting the more. It might have been them actually that killed the 6 pounder. I thought I'll bring some mortars in because all these woods and things, you can't always get direct fire, but you can certainly always get indirect fire on them. So here's my Sturmjager, Sturm Pioneer. They should deal with him shortly. My LG's now is going to start getting shots in on their AEC Mark III armoured car. There's wee Honey Stewart's coming down through the middle. Now again, the armour, the AI, they like to push their armour right down and in quite far. Don't know if you saw that in one of the other new practices, where this one with the town on either side and the forest in the middle, pushing their armour right down the middle. So pack 38, I think he's for up here. Yeah, he is. He's turning off to the right. So he's trying to get into here, just so if they push their way down. I've got Fallschirmjagers here with Panzer Shrek, so we'll see what we can do with that. Try and slow them down a bit. I've lost my LG here, that'll have been to their sniper. Took out the Honey, so that's good. But I've got 2 Churchill 6s on their way. Not so good. Don't get anybody over here. Again, just got so many places to go. Now the problem with the Fallschirmjagers, or the division, is your units, your infantry. They're not cheap. There is one card of cheap infantry. I haven't got them. I didn't put them in my deck, but there is one. They're kind of like cannon fodder. So we've taken care of their armour cars, and I think a Churchill up here. Yeah, we've got a Churchill there. That was my Stugs. I've kind of gone for the vetted infantry, so they're going to have to fall back. I thought they wouldn't have been seen that far back in the forest, but they were. So yeah, if he goes down, none of these guys are really anti-tank guys. I've got the town here. Fallschirmjagers are in there with a SPW armoured car. I got my spy troop here, just giving me eyes on. Got a Pack 38 coming up to cover the bottom part here. I think I'll lose this to the Churchill as he's trying to get over here. He was just, I thought, he's just well within range. A bit optimistic of me trying to get him past there, but he doesn't make that. Right, so here we go. Here's our armour now, pushing down into the forest. So I'll start pulling these guys away, just to be on the other side. Fallschirmjager's still alive. Yeah, it's not a good situation, so they're all falling back now. Still got my Pack 38, but he's on the other side of the trees here, so I'm just moving them down, maybe trying, if they come down, ambushing, but they might, I don't think they will, because they're happy, they've got the flag, So yeah, a lot of wee honey Stuarts coming in as well. I brought some extra troops up here. I thought in case they do a push, I've only got my Shrimp Pioneers. So it was just to bolster that somewhat. Another Pack 38 coming in just to help out up here on the hill. Try and bring them in the forest down here. Yes, my SPW goes down. And my wee LG is firing across. He's got heat shells. 105mm heat shells. So, and he's got 100mm penetration, so there you go. Took that out. It's quite good, you can deal with Stuarts things. Churchills, maybe not so much. I've still got my Jaegers though, they survived. See if they can do something. There they go. Here's the new practice micro of the Panzerfaust, one down. No, run away so he can't kill me, and then back in again. Because he loses interest. Once he can't see, he'll lose interest. So you can run back in and then try and get him before he... In the Pack 38 trying to take on the Stuart, but their machine guns can take you down quite quick, but we won that one. There we go. Job done. Now I'm getting hit with our 25-pounders. So they're being a bit reluctant to push in here. They've sent some infantry down here though. Now the good thing about my wee Pack 38s is, oh no, I thought they did, but they haven't. No, they're only purely AP shells. So this was just in case he started pushing around here with his armour for this flag. He's just sent infantry instead. So I've got a mortar in here now, so I'm trying to kill their sniper, I think, actually. He's just going to strafe it. There we go. Job done. So I think I now redirect my attention over here to these guys. Nothing much happening over here. Are they moving? Yeah, they're a little bit. They might sneak in and try and take this. So, two Panzerfaust. Sturmjägers. These guys are quite good. They're not Panzerfaust though, they're heat shells. So yeah, so it was a bit of a learning. This, they're trying to come sneaking down through the centre as my wee Pack 38's catching them in a bit of a crossfire. There we go, both dealt with. They're quite good, at range with these. not able to get their machine guns on you. These guys are just getting a bit carried away with themselves, really. So my recon armour car's coming in to deal with them. And there's my mortar now, just going to try and pin them down, and the car come in and either kill them or surrender them. Yeah, there are 25 pounders hitting over here. I don't know why. He's welcome to hit over there, I don't mind. Must have thought I had something there. So I'm bringing Führer. I think he might be for up here. Just to up vet my troops. Another pack 14, I think that's for up here. Because you get quite good line of sight up here. And now this becomes quite a good little area. So there you are, one's pinned down. Starting to move them over, get the other one. And then we'll finish dealing with them. Bring the Stug up just to help out with this here. You get quite a few Stugs with the Fallschirmjager actually. So there's, you know, I've got one here, I've got another one coming in here. Got one over here, just covering this. Actually, I lost a few here, and it might have been to this. I couldn't see what it was. Every time I went back here, my Stug was dead. I thought it was maybe a 17 pounder that they had, but I couldn't see it. Couldn't see anything. So it could have been this guy, because I can see him now. Yeah, so the 25 pounders were constantly doing a number on me in here, constantly hammering me. I have brought in my 105mm artillery. They've just come in. And this is, I think we're now into the B phase. So pack 40 up here. Now I'm just here on the edge of this here, just to cover over here if anything coming round, or anything even down this road. You get Kubo munitions, which are great for the mortars. You don't need to be using a full-size truck. So yeah, they're just sitting on the other side of this town here. They've been pushing armour down here quite consistently. So here's my pack 40 now, he's moving up. And 17 pounder. I think I'll lose this. I had a few of these, and I think I lost this one, and then I just forgot to bring in any more, to be honest. I could have had a few more of them. It could have helped out quite a bit. Especially when you see this kind of thing going on. Yeah, just on the edge, just beside your LGs. Oh, there's another one. I did bring another one in. So here we go. I think I've now got these on counter battery, and they're starting to. Now the counter battery, see, oh, there's one dead already. Counter battery works well when it's artillery that's shooting at you. It doesn't seem to work well when it's mortars shooting at you. There, look at that. I tried to get their 17 pounder, and didn't work out. Oh, and he goes down as well. Ju-88. Their anti-air was quite effective actually. They've not got a lot of it, but it's quite effective. I saw that went down. I thought, oh right, maybe that might not be a good strategy. I'm moving my mortars because they've been firing quite a lot, so I'm just moving them over here. So I mean, these guys are falling back purely because they were getting bombed to hell. You know, hit by artillery. See, here's more coming in, but we're cutting them down. And it's a long game, you know. You just got to keep hammering them and hammering them. Yeah, lost my Stug here now. So my Pack 40's holding them back. Look at this, it's getting a bit bloody up here. Lots of armour cars, honeys, Churchills. Sorry, try not to zoom in too much for you guys. So yeah, you see here this one bouncing. I mean these ones here getting knocked out I understand because there's a lot of armour and things coming down here. There he goes. But there was nothing really pushing down here but just boop, that'll be a £6. A wee bit of recon over here might have helped just to highlight them. So these mortars here, I think I bring in a 120 at one point. They're just hitting things around I can see, because remember you can see everything at the moment, I couldn't. So when I see things I'll go right, hit that, hit that, hit that. So it's just, you know, targets of opportunity. They've never pushed on this flag, so that was a good thing. There's just more troops coming in here to take up here. Stug, and this was just going to sit about here somewhere. I just want to cover these gaps in case they try and push through it. I've got two Stugs coming up here now, and I've still got my Pack 40. So this is doing a sterling job, this one. Getting a bit thin on the ground in the middle here. Sturm Pioneers only. Good for the forests. So you can see my mortar over here. He's hitting this when I started seeing some of these coming in. I'm still counter battering this guy. There's my munition now for them. I think they come with 50 shells initially, so you can get through that quite quickly. Yeah. So I might only have two here, but that's enough because these guys aren't getting to push forward because my mortars have been just pinning them down. I think these ones as well, maybe I'd been helping out at some point. Well, that's 381mm mortars at some point, you know, coming in here. So just like theirs, I'm just delaying them, you know, holding them back. More Fallschirmjager then coming in just to replace the ones that I've now lost. I've got my 38 here, Stug, Pack 40. He's just moving up slowly, trying to get up here to the edge. He's just shooting at infantry up here. But you can see we've been picking off maybe half tracks or something up here. Sturm Jaegers, a wee bit close to the edge. They're £17, I think they were shooting at the £17 and then some, maybe these Churchills or the Humber started shooting up. So this MG's doing a good job that I brought in earlier. He's cutting these guys down. Yeah, just pinning them all down. The one over here got killed quite quickly actually. Oh yeah, so now they're bringing in some rifle Piet. I've got them on the edge of the hardcover just to get anything coming across. They've got their MGs, they've got their, what are these? Look like MP44s. Oh, yeah, and they've also got the FNs. I love these guns. In real life, these are beautiful guns. I'm very ahead of their time, just like the SG. Maybe more so because they had them before they had the SG44. They were the FN 42, I think it is, specifically designed for the Fallschirmjager, for airborne troops. Beautiful gun, beautiful gun. Very, 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 very effective gun. Yeah, the Germans are quite ahead in their small arms development research. So So yeah, these mortars now just helping out, hitting here, this one as well. Just, you know, and of course it's depleting them all the time. So by the time they get here, they're, you know, look at this, they're two-man squads, you know. I lost one of my, I think he got maybe the truck got hit or something. So I think there's maybe more coming in this way instead of going up and round this way. Sometimes you have to be quite specific about how you want them to go in, or they'll take some of the worst routes you could imagine that you really don't want them taken, but they'll take it anyway. So yeah, so I've told them specifically, come here, and then we'll offload them. I could do with some leadership here actually, and I've brought in more 105s again, just to kill off their 25 pounders that I already have. Didn't know that because I was still getting hammered up, you know, when I called them in. But certainly. So we're holding them back at a 13 to 11. Not had any major infantry engagements. These Fallschirmjagers are dropped off here and are pushing into the forest. He's starting to move now. I didn't know what was here, I had no idea. And then this Churchill popped up. I went, oh my god, there's a tank in here. Yeah, it was, oops. Okay. And he was just a little bit too far, I think, to deal with. Don't think we can lob a grenade that far. So, yep. So this mortar fire into here has been very effective. We've literally wiped them out. And I'm just moving up now to make sure they're all gone. Apologies there, I got a bit of frog in my throat. So, yeah, so we've pretty much cleared these out. I'm trying to hit this to kill the 6-pounder because I think I saw it at some point. And here's their they keep pushing armour down here, but I've now got 3 Stugs here. This one that was out here, I've moved him in through and he's in the light cover here. So as soon as they get within 1,000, 1,500, I can zap them. I had to be careful here. Actually, this 17-pounder, he's kind of looking over here. I don't think he can see here. No, you can't. But you could certainly. So I pushed these up a couple of times, or at least once, and paid for it. Right, so here we go. They're pushing in here. So it was like, let's get them, let's go for it. So I'm rushing them with 2 Sturmjägers. There it goes, boom. Back off. We wiped out the other Jaegers coming through here. These guys, 300 meters, very effective. So I managed to clear all of that out. Pack 40s, just getting anything coming down this way. And I've moved these troops in here to grab this. And I was happy just to leave it at that. I wasn't needing to go out here and kill it. I thought just in case, this is quite dangerous. I didn't want to lose any troops and then lose the flag unnecessarily. I'll let them come to me if they want to. I'm at a 1410 because of it. So we've got a good grip on this. The amount of fire going down in this guy now. Yeah. Another Stug coming in. Another pack 40. And here's this 120mm mortar I mentioned earlier, so he comes in just as a supplement to my 81. No more 25 pounders have come back in. So yeah, their Churchills take quite a long time to come because they're such a slow moving tank, you know. Now I've got these HS-129s, they're like a tank buster, but against the front armour of Churchill, maybe not the best thing. But there's another one. Got them to fall back. Like I said, their AA is fairly, you know, hitting my aircraft. They've got these Crusader AA tank anti-aircraft places. Don't see any. Must be something somewhere that's been hitting me. Oh, they've got these Tripolston. Yeah, these are pretty effective. They've got one over here. I think they had one. Yeah, there it is there. So the likes of the Sonny Stewart, they maybe be better going after that kind of thing, killing those. That was a bit wishful thinking, going for these. Really, you got to, you know, manage them and then bring them in from the side, try and get a side shot on them. Pack 40s, and the one thing you do get a lot of with the Fallschirmjager are Pack 40s. You get a lot. So I thought, right, use them, you know. So I'll bring in another one up here because this was really effective up here. This one, yeah. It's actually ran out of HE. He's been shooting that much. So I brought another one in. This pack 40 over here, I think it's for to put up over here somewhere. Or well, there's another one here. Yeah, they're just coming in everywhere. So I've got, you know, you've got so many of them. 120 now is coming in here. I was trying to get, I saw they had an artillery commander, so I thought, right, try and get him. Always good to get their leadership. And there he goes. And again, things like this, you know, I don't mind him sitting there, you know, he's not capturing anything. You can't see any of my stuff, and where they are, they can see everything they need to see. Yeah, so here's my second pack 40 up here, because this other one's been getting hit a lot. So this will just help relieve some of the pressure, and also the fact he'll have a fresh HE, just like that, takes out their infantry. I've got a replacement Stug here. I might lose him as well, actually. I don't think I could see him. I can't remember. No, I can't see them. See, so I just you know, I didn't know they were there. I knew something, but for all I know, it's over here. You know, but yeah, I couldn't see these throughout most of the match. A lot of infantry building up here. That's going to be a target for my mortars soon enough. There's this pack 40 I brought in. He's come up and moved out over here. So he's getting shots onto their crocodile. Good job. I don't know if you can see the next one. Yes, you can. Need him to shoot back though. Come on, Son, getting shot at. I think he's having to move out to get a better. No, what he's doing. That's not me, that was him that was doing that, if I remember. Yeah, he's just repositioned to get turret stuff. Now he'll stop shooting him. I've got a plane coming in here. Yeah, I think that was coming in as well to get these, but the tri-Polston pushed them back. So Spalling's good. I think I'm bringing him in for another try. But this tri-Polston's, yeah, just keeps forcing me back. I think at some point I actually start either mortaring or artillerying them or something. That was one of the things. I knew where he was because of this. Didn't know where much of their other anti-aircraft was. Like, oh, here's it. These things are so fucked, you could never catch them. I'd bring a fighter in, but by the time I brought a fighter in, he's already halfway home. Here he comes. Yeah, and these are pretty quick planes, but yeah, and really good. G6R6s, really good fighters. But I could never catch their Typhoons. They were in, done, and gone. That's it. I'm just backing out of here because all of this anti-air. There's one there, Crusader AA, and they're tri-Polston. So yeah, quite effective anti-air they had. So I never really got to use my air force as much as possible. Much more a land battle. Using my infantry just to secure the woods, and then my packs just to hold off and kill all their tanks, backed up with the Stooks. Obviously, my commandant, I brought him in, and then guess what? New practice, new practice. Forgot to offload him. I do eventually, when I realise he's there. But you have to offload him to get him to provide his veterancy, or he'll just sit there. So they made a bit of a push here. They've come out the town. You see, I've been mortaring it. So they have decided to come and get some payback. That's when I was moving my mortars up, when I realised these guys are actually coming in. My LG's taking pot shots at them. There goes my Pag 40. So I think it was that alarmed me because I saw the you get the notifications, and that kind of warned me it was happening. So they're all getting pinned down by the LG, so they're not going to go any further. When I finally come over here and have a look, these mortars will start making them pay. They're trying to do a bit of a push up here, but my Fallschirmjagers are just too good for them. You know, at this range with their MGs, nah, against, you know, motorised rifles, they're not the greatest infantry, which is a shame. You know, like I said, I'm Scottish. They should be doing better than this. So yeah, they just get taken apart by. This is a Stuart, I think, shooting at me. It's certainly not the 6-pounder. And I think it's a shame. I think it's always was a shame. The British made such a mistake. I don't know what the issue was, if it was an ammunition thing or if it was a gun thing or both. Brought another 25-pounder in. That they couldn't fire HE, or they didn't. Certainly, I don't think they could. Big missed opportunity, you know. Gotta just make sure these guns are one-trick pony, you know. I've actually managed to sneak a Pag 40 up here. That was quite clever of me. Maybe it could have been better down here. Because my guys are now getting... Oh, that was his Typhoon did that. Yeah, very effective, their aircraft, these Typhoons. Very effective. So here comes the Churchill, but Fallschirmjager, they'll get him. Now these ones do have Panzerfaust, so he's not long for this world. These are still on counter battery, so there you go. They're going to start taking that down. They'll start. You know, he's on the move. So he's stopped firing. There you go. There's that Churchill. He's gone down. Here's my HS 129s again. Just you know, repeating the same mistake as before here, because I've still got this Crusader out here. My 109's has been shot down. This is their Tripolstons, so it's really quite effective. Yeah, I just wasn't using these in the right way, to be honest. I brought him out just to cover their retreat in case something came out to try and shoot them down. So, yeah, a bit of a push here again. These guys are quite good. They get, you know, the sniper rifles. I think they get the MP44s as well. Not sure. We'll see once they jump out. But yeah, they're quite good. This is gone. Finally took them out. Fallschirmjagers have moved up. Took out the 6-pounder and the honey. So Storm Pioneers. They're a bit low on body count. Still very dangerous though. And these guys, you know, if they come within their 300 meters. There's one down. Need this guy to get offload actually. He can start. There you go. Can't quite see them yet. In fact, he's moving back. Schwimmwagen. My MG didn't last very long at all. Too close, really. Too close for him as well. He needs to be at range. So he was really here more for eyes to see what was going on out here. But he's kind of got cut out with these guys pushing in. So I'm moving my Fallschirmjagers over. I mean, he's a 3-star here. Yeah. Pin down. I'll move on to the next one. Pin them down. They should pin all of them down, to be honest. And the Typhoon coming into bomb. There you go. Good job. So yeah, so I'm moving these ones over now. Nothing else coming in at the moment. Yeah, so yeah, it's turning into a bit of a battle, this. So I've got 3 of them pinned down, so it's really just the rifles Piet here. Brought them in. It's a quick solution, but you can see this Tripolson start setting out straight away. I managed to suppress them and surrender them, which is really good. Now I'm going to try and get these guys. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's how you do it. Good job. So they've never really pushed out of this line here. And they were just getting decimated coming down here every time because I had the 2-pack 40s. I brought my Opel Blitz up just to try and replace his HE. And my 2 Stuks here and 1 in here. So yeah, this is a bit of a shooting gallery up and down here. I also brought in my Flak 41s now. I brought them in just because of their Typhoons, really. And these are okay. They also help out with, you know, their I think it's 2,000 meter range. So these troops I think were for over here. I think. Yeah, they're all going up there. Yeah, so that's just to resupply this area. Got Churchill sneaking down here. Not pack 40 though. Once he gets close enough. We're down to 7 minutes and it's a 14 to 10. Oh, they've got another 25 pounder and another one. I think they're going to start firing at them. Now there's something I need to check in future. Just make sure they constantly are, because sometimes if I don't know if these stop or if they're all getting killed. I don't know if they stop doing counter battery, if they're just always on counter battery once you tell them. But they look like they're always on counter battery because they're just automatically firing again. Here's the Typhoon. So in fact, yeah, it doesn't really stop them. And because of that, I thought, right, well, they're not really doing the job, these 88s against these Typhoons. Maybe they're too fast to flying for an 88, so I'll bring in some 37s instead. So I supplement those with 37s. So they're building up here again. Here's my counter battery. Dead. And there's more. See now, these more than likely will get affected because this is a supply road for them. So that might offload them if we're lucky. Doubt it. I think they've got past. Yeah. But I've got my mortars now back on the job, firing in here. I've pushed into the bottom end of the town, and here's more troops. So I'm just going to push. Yeah. I wasn't sure what was in here, but I just thought, to hell. I've got 5 minutes, 14 to 10. Let's go for it. Crocodile dangerous, so I think I'll lose at least one of these. Yeah, he's down. I've got the other one, and they're all getting pinned down, you see. Well, I'm in. They should all surrender. There you go. Mass surrender. So, pinning them down. Well, they're pinned down, but I mean, I've still got, 4 or 5 back here against their 3, and one of them's already pinned down. I think I'll readjust the mortar fire to hit from the back. And this is all in radio range. These guys have radios, I believe. Yeah, they have. So it makes your mortars very accurate. Yeah, even more 25 pounders coming in. So yeah, keeping my artillery busy. Certainly. And it's one thing they have a lot of. They have a lot of these 25 pounders. 15th Division. 15th Infantry. Here's more anti-aircraft. Here's another 25 pounder. So yeah, they can fairly beat you to death with their artillery if you let them. So it's good to just dedicate some of your artillery just to keep on top of them. Because if you could imagine this plus all what the other ones have killed, it's a lot of artillery. And it's like a sort of constant off map, if you like, just pounding you. You can see what they've done here. So they could easily be doing that here, doing that here. They get 4 of them just boom, 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 boom. Soon makes a mess of you. So yeah, it's worth keeping on top of them. Just keep killing them. And this is the best way to do it, really. I was a bit dubious about bringing them in, putting them on my card actually, in this division. But I thought, no, I'll take them. You never know, I might need them for counter battery. And in this battle, most definitely, especially against the 15th. And then that just leaves my mortars to deal with, all the other stuff. Um, they're all hitting this stuff over here now. I think it was the Tri-Polston I was trying to get, to be honest. And there you go, end of game. So, minor defeat for the 15th Infantry. £6 there, it's Stug. That was the one that I couldn't see beside the little forest there. I got eventually. Um, £25, got a pack 38, Churchills. Another Typhoons, Jaeger, Scharfschützen. Um, so yeah, nothing horrendous. And I mean, actually, their £25 didn't kill anything, or one. Got a pack 38. Oh, I've got two of there, Jaeger and a Führer. But they're just pinning you down all the time. I'm surprised they didn't kill more, to be honest. Here's my LG42. That was the one on the right. It was doing really well. You can see they're great for shooting HE and everything. So yeah, very good. Stug, that was one in the middle initially. Pack 40s. Our Stug's doing well. Here's my 105s, so he's getting £25 and their supply vehicles that was with it. Pack 40, again this is one up on the hill in the centre. The VMG, that was that one over just to the left of the hill on the right, on the left. 105s, £25 with a supply. 181mm managed to kill a Churchill. I think that was in that last push in that little town. I think that's what that was, because I noticed the Churchill went down. I didn't think it was the Fallschirmjagers that did it, so it could have been that. Maybe not. Sturmjagers, Churchill sniper. Yeah, so really paying themselves off, these guys. Pack 40s, just more pack 40s, you know, hitting their Churchills, more Churchills. Sturm Pioneers, rifles. Yeah, so, not bad. 120. There's my 109, got a Willy supply, woohoo. So they were hitting some ground targets. Carrier and a Churchill. 109. Supply 109, yeah, the Straffen runs. So, interesting, yeah, they're not bad, these Fallschirmjagers, actually. They would really suit a really, close quarter kind of battle thing, or sort of mid-range thing. But yeah, they're not bad. And they're because you get so many pack 40s, you can fairly hold off tank pushes and things. Hard to push with a pack 40 because it's walking, but you do get the Stugs, so you can always push with that later, and you get quite a few of them as well. There's quite a few on the card. Can't remember, there's like 8 or something, or maybe 10. It's quite a few. Yeah, so I enjoyed that. Different, and like I say, I've never fought on that map before, so I've maybe not picked up the best places to put things. I can maybe try it again, that map, and just try different locations, try different lines of sight. But yeah, interesting. Enjoyed that. Okay, so there you go. Fallschirmjager against 15th Infantry. Right. Hope we all learned something from that. Go and give it a go. Give it a new practice. Take care, and I will see you all later.